Welcome back. It is Sunday, September 3rd, and the MLB. Our five favorite picks are on the way. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday. Another winning day. It was a 3-2 day. Let's talk about it. The Orioles team total over 4.5. They get it done. They scored 6 runs in the fourth inning to cash that one. The Cardinals scored all 3 of their runs, I think, in the second inning to cash that. Simeon and Yelich got their hit parlay done. Only 2 losses. Jordan got a single in his first at-bat. Thought he had a chance for his last at-bat, and they plunked him. That was fun. And then Bryce Harper and Mookie Betts, I don't think either of them actually got a hit, so couldn't even complain about either of those. Bryce had a questionable reach on error. But either way, hey, 12-3 run. We're going to continue this winning streak hopefully today. Entering into the new week. If you are new, do us a favor, go down below, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too. We're just having some fun over here. It's MLB. We do it every single day. We're actually a week away from full NFL slate, so we're excited for that. Well, let's build up that bankroll, and you can do actually that on DraftKings. You can get $200 in instant bonus bets here. You do it. Top link in the description. Make a $5 money line bet on any team today. You get $200 in site credits, win or lose. So take advantage of all of those different offers to build up that bankroll for NFL season. But Logan, you got a great pick today. Which one are you going with?
Yeah, I've got a money line pick, and I'm taking the Atlanta Braves on the money line, minus 105 odds on DraftKings, currently your best value there. Now, first of all, looking at the slate, I mean, I'll take a chance in the Braves to get the sweep in this series. They're the better team, and I know. And the thing I like about the Braves the most is they just get the timely hitting. And at a pick 'em price, I think they're definitely worth the shot on this one. I think, a lot of people have been getting burned by Dodgers. If they want to jump ship and go to the Braves, whatever. But I just think the Braves are the better option in this one. And I mean, to see the Braves at that pick 'em price, the books are saying coin flip that they actually do get the sweep. And we know in baseball, it is hard to get the sweep. Against Bobby Miller, though, I'll take my chances. Bobby Miller starts for the Dodgers, 4.00 ERA and a 1.19 whip for Bobby Miller on the year. Last time Bobby Miller faced the Braves, he went 5 innings pitched, only gave up 1 earned run. Pretty solid start for him. But lately, Miller is not missing enough bats, and his recent earned runs will put the Dodgers behind early. Miller has given up 4 earned runs in each of his last 2 starts to the Guardians and the Diamondbacks. Look, man, those 2 offenses are about as streaky as they come. The Atlanta Braves are not a streaky offense. Seeing Miller for a second time this year should benefit the Braves bats. I mean, they're the poster child for timely hitting. When the Braves need to get that runner in scoring position home, they've been doing it all year long, and that's the type of team I want to put my money on. I'm not going to get too cute with it. I know Atlanta is hitting 297 in their last 5 games. To be hitting 300 this time of the year, Austin and I all year long have been like, the Braves are going to cool down. The Braves are going to cool down. How about we just back the team that hasn't cooled down, and it is the Braves in this one. I'm just not going to try to overthink it. And who's starting for Atlanta today? It's a good option. Charlie Morton, old man Charlie Morton, still going strong. 3.29 ERA and a 1.36 whip for Morton. Last time Morton faced the Dodgers, he gave up 7 hits, 6 earned runs, and only 5 innings pitched. Not a good start for Charlie Morton, but he's in great form right now. That's why I do feel comfortable backing him. Charlie Morton has only allowed 1 earned run total in his last 4 starts. He's just been really good, really consistent. We saw even in Coors Field, which is a tough place for pitchers to pitch. He pitched lights out in that one. Austin K-Prop, yeah, PTSD right there. But Charlie Morton knows how to miss bats, and the Dodgers are only hitting 206 in their last 3 games. This is a Dodgers offense that I think is a bit more streaky than the Braves. Yes, they can erupt for 6-7 runs any given night, but I'm not backing the Dodgers offense to break out of that mini slump, because only hitting above 200 in their last 3 games, I call that as a mini slump. There was opportunities for them yesterday to get the win, and their bats couldn't support them. The value isn't on trying to guess the Dodgers out of this mini slump against Charlie Morton today. I think the value is picking the Braves and saying they're going to keep doing what they're doing. I would gladly also back the Braves bullpen over the Dodgers. I know statistically they're about neck and neck. Maybe the Dodgers are a little bit better statistically, but the eyeball test and the difference in this series so far has been the Dodgers bullpen not being able to close out games. I think the Braves bullpen is the one I want to back here. The Braves are the bats I want to back, and their starting pitchers the one I want to back too. They check all 3 boxes for me in this one at a pick 'em price. I'll go ahead and take a shot on them today. But Austin, what are you going with today?
Yeah, I'm going to start with the hit parlay. Yesterday, my hit parlay couldn't get it done. Yours was sweat free, but I'm going to go to 2 hitters, 2 of the best hitters in the league, and it's going to be Corey Seager and Freddie Freeman. Now, before we even dive into either of these guys, sure, you could look at maybe Freddie Freeman overlapping or maybe conflicting with Logan's pick, but we've seen Freddie get hits in this series. Hasn't really done his team justice. I do love his matchup today against Morton. He's hit him pretty well, which we'll talk about in a second. But either way, I don't really think Freddie Freeman getting hit will influence Logan's pick a whole lot. The only time it did once, we conflicted. I took a John Jonathan India hit, and he hit 2 home runs and absolutely nuked Logan. Hopefully that's not the case today. But let's dive into Corey Seager, because this is minus 103 on Bet365, about minus 127 on FanDuel. Now, I would probably play this up to around minus 130, minus 135, and Seager's coming off an 0 for 5 game. Let's talk about him first. Today, I really expect him to hit. Actually, this season, he has not gone back-to-back games without a hit. Knock on wood. Hopefully that does not start today. He's got a good matchup. We know Seager. At home, he's been absolutely just a free square, it feels like, in a lot of hit parlays. He's hitting 357 at home this year, hitting 350 versus right-handed pitchers, and he's facing Kenta Maeda, a right-handed pitcher today. Now, Maeda does sometimes struggle with walks, and I could see Seager walking here today, but I still do think he'll have his chances against Maeda in that Twins bullpen. And we look at Maeda, the last 2 starts, allowing a 314 batting average. Now, that's much higher than his regular season long stats, but still we got the righty on lefty matchup. I like our chances here today. And you look at Maeda. Top 3 pitches, throwing a lot of 4-seamers, 37% of the time, 31% splitter, 27% slider. Those are the 3 pitches he's going to throw Seager's way, and Seager's expected batting average, I mean, it's hard to find a pitch he's not good against. 320, 298, and 311. Look, Seager's going to get his chances. I think he bounces back after an 0 for 5 game. Rangers, obviously in the thick of that playoff race. They're going to try to get this win here today. If Seager's going to be in the lineup, he should show up. Now, the next one's going to be Freddie Freeman. I talked about him at the top when I announced the pick. Freeman's been really good this year, batting 338 on the season, 335 versus right-handed pitchers. He's going to face Charlie Morton. Logan already touched on. Morton's been really good over the last couple starts, but Freeman has had his number in their career matchups. 10 for 18, batting 556 versus Morton lifetime, 3 doubles and 3 home runs. Now, I really hope the double or home run doesn't come today. If I could absolutely ask for a dream comes true, it'd be Freeman to go 1 for 4, get a single, and probably be stranded on base, which hopefully is hopefully what we get. But either way, I think Freeman will get a hit here against Morton or the Braves bullpen. You look at Morton's top 3 pitches, a lot of curveballs, 39% of the time, 38% four-seam, 14% changeup. Freeman's batting average splits 298, 368, and 422. I imagine Mr. Morton does not want to throw changeups to Freddie Freeman, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't see any of them today. But either way, I love the history that Freddie Freeman has against Charlie Morton. I love Corey Seager to bounce back after going 0 for yesterday. I think both these 2 guys have a great chance of getting a hit, so that will be my hit parlay of the day. But Logan, you got another game pick. Where are you going today?
Yeah, I like your hitter parlay a lot. I think those 2 guys get it done. But I'm taking another game pick. Going to the Yankees and Astros Sunday night baseball game, and I'm taking the under 4.5 total runs through the first 5 innings. Plus 102 odds on FanDuel, currently your best value. So I do like the fact we are getting plus value. I mean, if I'm going to take an under, which unders have not been kind to us this year, we're turning it around today. I know we are. I know unders have just been brutal this year, but I think we get a low scoring start to the Sunday night baseball game. We'll look at who's starting today for the Astros. It's Christian Javier. This is a guy I want to back because I think it's a value spot. I mean, all year long, he has just not been good. He has not been missing bats. 4.66 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP. But you look at Javier. We know what he's capable of. We know his ceiling, and we found out his floor this year. His ceiling is like 6, 7, even like 8 Ks. He could climb the K ladder. I think that's why his K prop sitting at 5.5 with minus 160 on the over is kind of telling what kind of performance we're going to get today. He's had 4 or less strikeouts in 5 straight starts. So you see his K prop, up there. I think he does miss a lot of Yankees bats today. Last time he faced them, he only had 4 strikeouts at the Yankees. I think we're getting a better Javier today. We also look at his career stats versus the Yankees. He's only allowed a 157 batting average to the Yankees in 62 plate appearances. So Christian Javier has had actually decent success versus them. And this Yankees offense, I mean, call it what you want. They've got a spark, whatever, but the Yankees are still only hitting 210 in their last 3 games. It's not an offense I ever want to take an over with. I know what the Yankees are capable of, and I also know what Christian Javier is capable of. I think he has a good start to this game and keeps the Yankees bats in check. And I also think Michael King, who's starting for the Yankees today, will have a decent outing. 2.96 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP for Michael King on the year. King's likely probably going to go, I would say, 2 to 3 innings in this one, maybe even 4, depending on how well he's pitching. But he'll probably be only the opener in this one. And look at Michael King. He'll at least give us a chance to cash this under, because in his last 2 games started, King has allowed 0 earned runs, which is what you want to see in 6 2/3 innings pitch. Only 4 hits allowed. Michael King, a good starter for a reason. I think that's why the Yankees are going to turn to him and say, give us a chance early in this one, keep it scoreless, and I think that's what happens. In 21 plate appearances against Houston, King is only allowing a 211 batting average. So we've seen these bats before, and the Astros haven't had that much success versus him. And in the first five, if the Astros haven't scored through three, look, I'll take my chances in the last few innings in this one. Whichever bullpen arm they turn to behind King, Houston hitting 248 in their last three games. The Yankee killer in that lineup, the leadoff guy that's so damn annoying, Jose Altuve. He's going to be out of this game. So I will take my chances with the other Astros bats. Yordan Alvarez is probably cranking a home run in my mouth today, which will be disgusting. But you know what? I'm feeling that today. So if you want to go sprinkle on that because I'm from the future, go ahead. But I really do like the first five under in this one. I think it's a really good bet to make. I think we get a pitcher stool early in the Sunday Night Baseball showing. But Austin, what else you got for us today?
Yeah, Logan, you're right. Jordan's definitely cranking a home run. First at bat, he's launching one into bleachers. Hopefully it's just a solo blast. Then you can hope for the rest of the innings to be quiet. So I got two plays, then we'll wrap up the video. I'm going to start with the more easy one to understand because we're going to Kevin Gausman of the Blue Jays over 17.5 outs, minus 124 on DraftKings. In order for Gausman to cash this prop, we need him to throw 6 or more innings pitched. Now, I'll talk about another outs prop in a second. That got a little bit too juiced, and I added in a different parlay reducer. We'll talk about that in a second, but I really do like this one. I mean, you can get this on DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, FanDuel bettors out there. Sometimes if you're in a certain state, FanDuel has outs prop listed. Some states don't. I don't really know what FanDuel's doing. I think New York might be one of the states with the outs prop listed. Either way, there's really not a good pivot if you don't have it listed on FanDuel. I would just go get one of these other books that has it. And you're looking at Gausman coming off a rough start, though. He's cashed for this before. We've taken him for 6+ innings pitched. He got it done. He's coming off a rough start, though. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs versus the Nationals. He just couldn't miss bats that day, and the Nats made him pay. But I like him to bounce back. He's had 6+ innings pitched or 18 outs, cashing this over, and 6 straight road starts. It's a guy that I like him a little bit more on the road than at home. For whatever reason, his splits over the past 2 years have shown that, and I just think he's going to get it done. I mean, this Blue Jays team needs 6 innings pitched out of him, and they had to use 6 relievers on Friday, 4 on Saturday, including 2 of the same guys that have pitched Friday and Saturday. So this is a team that really could use Gausman to go out there and throw 6 innings, and I think he will get it done. On the road, we look at Gausman's stats. 3.35 ERA and a 1.15 whip and a 238 batting average allowed. Not too shabby, a little bit better than his home stats. He's actually pitched 4 times in Colorado. Didn't look at exactly when those were, but he's pitched well there. 3.47 ERA, which is a tad high, but look at that whip, 0.77 and a 0.172 batting average allowed. Now, he did give up some home runs. Obviously, you're going to do that when you're in Coors Field. You give up some hard contact, but I still think that Gausman can pitch pretty well, even if he is giving up some runs. And he's pitched well in Coors before. You look at Gausman on the year, 6+ innings pitched in 18 of 26 starts, including 10 of 13 on the road. I also like that when you're in Coors Field, you have a long leash, and look, Gausman already has a long leash, but they're kind of expecting you to give up some runs. The Blue Jays should be able to put up some offense too against Chase Anderson. But at the end of the day, I look at this Rockies offense, a team that I'm not really scared of. And you look at over the last 2 weeks, Rockies, 15th or 19th best batting average, pretty low on the totem pole, and 5th worst WRC plus for right-handed pitchers at home. That's a key note. At home, where they have the best hitter-friendly conditions. Still not really showing up all too well. Given its Coors Field, like I talked about, the Blue Jays will give him a longer leash. Even if he gives up, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, the Rockies are hitting the ball early in the count. We can still see Gausman be stretched for 6 innings pitched. They obviously want to keep him out there, get those 6 innings, and turn it over to the bullpen. Hopefully have those guys hold it and get a save or something like that. So I really do think Gausman will get it done. Give us 6 innings pitched or over 17.5 outs, minus 125 on DraftKings. Now for my second one, a little bit different to understand. We'll talk about this in a second because it's going to be a parlay and it's going to rely on 2 guys to get the job done. Now, the first leg is going to be the same prop as Kevin Gausman. It's going to be Zach Gallen, though, for him to get over 17.5 outs. Then the other one's going to be George Kirby under 1.5 walks allowed, this is plus 134 on DraftKings. You should be able to tail it on the same books that Gausman's on. BetMGM, Caesars, they should have this. And I honestly was going to have Gallen as my only leg in this one. It was minus 125, just like Gausman. Then it switched to minus 150. And like if you're looking for a channel to give out minus 150s, that's probably not us. You're not going to find us. We don't want to give out juiced props like that. Just that's not how you win money long-term bet baseball, is taking everything juiced. But I like these two combined into one. I really do like the Gallen one that we will talk about in a second. And let's talk about Gallen, though, because if it's a trap for him to get over 6 innings pitched, I'll take it because Gallen's been automatic at home. Look at his stats, 1.79 ERA and a 0.93 whip, a 211 batting average allowed at home this season. He's been dominant, and he's thrown 6 innings pitched in 21 of 28 starts in general, including all 13 at home. He's just been there and he's been locked in. And look, this is going to be a tougher matchup for him. It's going to be against the Orioles, a team we backed yesterday, get that team total over. Now, they scored 6 runs, 6 of them of 7 in 1 inning. So if you can avoid that big inning for the Orioles when it just seems everything's clicking on all cylinders, I think Gallen will have a good chance to get it done here today. The Diamondbacks desperately need this. Their ace in the thick of a playoff race to go out there and throw him 6th innings pitch. They're obviously trying to secure that wild card spot. They need Gallen out there for 6th innings pitch. Yesterday, they had to use a bunch of bullpen guys. They've used 7 relievers over the past 2 days. They could use Gallen going out there and doing his thing. Over the last 14 days, what I do like, the Orioles have the lowest walk rate, 3.5%. First right-handed pitchers on the road. Look, usually when we see an ace like Gausman or Gallen or Garrett Coles of the world, when they don't get the 6th innings pitch, it's only because their pitch count's getting run up. And that's normally because of walks, guys sitting on pitches, getting those walks, driving up that pitch count. For an Orioles team that's really not walking a whole lot, they might chase early in the count first Gallen. He also has the put away pitches too to get him out of jams if it's like a 1-2 count instead of just seeing like 6 foul balls where some guys are like that. I just think Gallen will have a chance to get it done. We've seen him actually have a long leash. We saw him actually go up 9 hits at home to the Braves, still made it 6th innings pitch. So I still think he can get it done. I think Gallen will get a 6th innings pitch at least. And then for the juice reducer, we're talking about George Kirby under 1.5 walks allowed. It's a little bit juice, which is why I would never take it as an individual prop, but George Kirby's been really good limiting those walks. He's an elite strike throw. He has under 1.5 walks in 23 of 25 starts this season, including 0 walks in 13 of those starts last year. Same exact hit rate, 23 of 25 starts with under 1.5 walks allowed. The Mets are an above average walk team. They haven't really been that as of late, but I know George Kirby, he throws strikes. So unless the umpire wants to screw us on maybe a strike that is called a ball and that maybe is a walk, I really think George Kirby will have his chances to get us under 1.5 walks. Hopefully it's 0. If it's 1 and we have to sweat for a while, that could be the case. But the Mets will go after Kirby's pitches. He throws a ton of strikes. They're going to go swing at them. Hopefully George Kirby goes under 1.5 walks. Gallen gets us over 17.5 outs. We cash a little plus 134 that will land 1 unit on to win back 1.34. But those are our 5 favorite picks of the day. Let's hopefully turn this 12-3 run into a 17-3 run. We'll see you guys back on Monday with some more picks. You want to check out some other videos on the screen. And if you want to go sign up for DraftKings, take advantage. That's where we do a lot of our MLB props. All the details down below, top links in description. Let's have a great Sunday. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys back on Monday, Labor Day. So yet a longer weekend. We'll see you guys then. Peace.